Well, hello, Misfits. Welcome back to another episode of Misfit Show. This is episode, I believe, number 5. With me, as always, partner in crime, Mr. Two Beards. What's up, sir?
Nada. Hope everybody's out there enjoying this fine Sunday.
Yeah, I hope so, too. Well, good news, man. We put out Misfit episode 4. We recorded it Tuesday. After editing, I got it out Thursday. And guess what? The patch came out and it gave us pretty much most of the stuff we were asking for.
Yeah.
Which is great, you know, Ninja Theory, you know, with the mind reading. So let's go over. We've had some time, not a lot of time, but we've had some time playing the new characters. And let's first start off with some of the new characters, and then we'll go into the more deeper in the update. Azrael, at least from what I played of Azrael, and trust me, as of right now, I've only gotten 3 games. I'm not very good with Azrael, as the gameplay will show that you're watching right now. But I could say that the character is not as OP as I thought he was going to be. What do you think, Two Beards?
Yeah, he's definitely not, but he's such a nice balance though. Like I love how easy it is to switch through his stances, like how easily you can put them into play. And yeah, like all around, like I was having a lot of fun playing with him this time.
Yeah, I mean, I think Azrael's biggest strength is his elusiveness. I know you were talking about stances. That was I think you were thinking about
Man, I thought you said Makutu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No, we're talking about Azrael. So,
okay.
With Azrael, I know they made him very elusive. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, they did. Like he glides around real easy. Also, just like as I was saying when I thought we were talking about Makuto, Azrael is very fun to play. I still don't get the point of the glide yet, but the way that he moves and he's very agile, he's real easy to dodge attacks with.
So real quick, the glide is usually an escape mechanism, right? So if you're getting fired, you're getting hit, you glide away basically to get away.
That's what I was thinking, but it's like every time I've seen I haven't used the glide yet, but every time I've seen people attempt to get away with it, like they've been failing miserably. So maybe people are still getting the hang of it, but you just saw like the one match we were playing, and I basically just hopped in the air with El Bastardo and brought him down. So yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's still targetable, of course. You can shoot him, you can still do abilities. But I think for the most part, a lot of it is, you know, you put out the portal, you go through the portal to escape, and then you glide away to freedom or to another part of the map, and you're pretty good, you know, until you heal. But I thought he was going to... I don't know how well he heals, right? So don't get me wrong, I'm not a pro with the character. But every time I've done healing and I put it on, I don't know if Guardian Angel like just wears off, or if it's because I go in a certain range and we break away, it breaks off and then I had to recast it again. But the healing didn't seem as overpowering as I thought it was going to be.
Same here.
Yeah, like I thought that he would be a little bit of a better healer, because the damage seemed pretty good. Putting on the stacks for his passive seemed pretty good. His portal was kind of weird. You got to get used to it, especially when you're on a controller. Probably mouse and keyboard is a lot easier to do, but on a controller it seems kind of weird for me. I won't say for other people, but for right now, for me, it's just something I have to get used to. His ults aren't bad. His Chrysalis is very, very good, especially for objective, right? When you need to hold that objective.
Yeah, I didn't actually think it would be as good as it actually is. I know it was going to be pretty cool, and I thought it could be something that's using the clutch, but I'm like, damn, this is a much better ability than even more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, so I definitely need to get more time with Azrael. I had a lot of fun playing the character, and yeah, I hope to add him to my repertoire. I think his damage is good. I think his healing still seems weird to me. It feels weird to me, right? Like I don't like, even though I'm putting on multiple stacks and I'm continuously hitting people from a distance, or when they're not looking, I'm flanking and hitting people and going away. The heal doesn't feel like I'm healing enough, right? It still feels like Zero Cool is still the king of healing.
Gotcha. One thing I did find interesting is when we had the ads on our team, and I was trying to get to you guys, and I was far away. They were able to throw the guardian. They were able to throw the guardian angel halo on me from a far distance. So I'm curious as to how far away you can be and actually still apply it. Because I was very far, and they were still able to throw the ring on me. I don't know if that was a mistake or a bug, but I was like, oh, cool, that's pretty cool.
No, the distance is pretty good. So if you think about the stage where you have all the bombs dropping down on the objective points, the missiles, that stage, I forget the name of it. If you think of where B is, his range is pretty much almost around that whole area. That's pretty much his range for Guardian Angel. It's pretty wide. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, so not too bad. So let's move on to Makutu, who you thought we were talking about before. I've had a lot of hands-on with Makutu, and I gotta say, yeah, he's probably my favorite tank as of right now. What are your thoughts?
Well, El Bastardo is still my favorite, but Makuto is an easy pickup now for me. Like I can actually pop back and forth between the two because that's how good it felt playing him.
Yeah, he seems pretty good. I think his survivability is very good, right? He's very good with chasing down, pulling in, getting away, pushing people away, and then popping his Y to give him super speed to run away from people who are chasing him. I think even using his shoulder tackle, even as an additional boost to get away. I think his maneuverability is definitely there. He struggles, though, against, and I've seen this when I played against him, he struggles against characters like Cass. Most ranged characters aren't a problem, but Cass is a very, very big problem for him because of her mobility. I haven't figured out a way really to limit Cass because the way she moves to be able to hit her one move where she dives backwards and throws out the feathers, or even being able to just do her charge jump and then corkscrew away. Her mobility is super good, so I think that's probably my biggest weakness with his character. It's like Cass, I just gotta just not focus on Cass, just go other places and deal with other people because, dude, he just gets ate alive by Cass. But everybody else
makes sense.
Very, very good, and I love everything they did with him. His heal doesn't seem overpowered. I tried the one mod with the healing, and maybe I didn't notice it, but his passive healing when he's in that stance, the defensive stance, I guess you could call it. The healing, his regeneration isn't too bad. So yeah, overall not bad. And his heal, of course, isn't really all that great too. I was hoping for a little bit more from his heal, but I guess it's enough to keep you alive for a second, but not enough to keep you alive to a point where you could get away and keep fighting. So, but I enjoyed Makuto. Do you want to add anything else with Makuto, or any gameplay or anything?
Oh no. We basically covered like most of the stuff I was gonna say. I said in the beginning by mistake.
So that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. And last thing I'll say about Makuto is there's a lot of people out there who don't seem to understand the character, which is understandable. But man, oh man, if you get somebody who really knows that character, he's definitely a force to reckon with.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to add. Don't be afraid by the whole switching stances thing. They've made it like ungodly easy to figure it out. So yeah, it's such a smooth transition hitting your right trigger to go back and forth between whether you're taking an offensive stance or a defensive stance. It works very well. Yeah.
You're 100% correct on that one. And one thing I want to say too about with the update I really much enjoyed with the update is the collision and how they handle collisions. And for those who don't know, let's say you have Makuto and you do, for me it's right bumper, but it's the shoulder charge. If you do the shoulder charge and another Makuto do a shoulder charge and you slam into each other, you now bounce away, right? It's not so much I guess who gets it first as it was before. So now everybody who has abilities that push them forward, have momentum behind them, so to say. Now, if they run into another force of momentum, there's a bounce back, almost like a parry bounce back on both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Which cancels the move, which is awesome to see, because I went to go do a shoulder charge to a Makutu, and he did a shoulder charge back in response, and we bounced each other back, and it was like, oh, that was interesting. Oh, that's right, let me start fighting again and hitting you. But it was an interesting response.
It definitely was.
A couple other things to go over real quick. We'll keep this video fairly short. Leaderboards is cool. I don't really see or look at the leaderboards. One, because I don't play the game enough. Leaderboards is definitely for the people, who play this game as their, as they live and breathe, who have the time and the means to put in the time, for the leaderboards, which is cool. I think it's a nice addition just to see it. If anything, I use it to look at friends, just to see how I rank amongst friends. But in terms of being like the best in the world, I'm not trying to shoot for that. What do you think about leaderboards? Did you even give it a look or anything, Two Beards?
I didn't even give it a look.
Yeah, and the second thing I want to talk about, maybe people in chat might be able to help me understand, but the custom queue seems weird because the way that they worded the custom queue, I was thinking that you can do all kinds of things with it. So here we are. So we swapped over, and we're real quickly looking at the patch, right? With everything that gives you all the customizations and shows you all the cool maps, which will go into map 665. But right here, custom queue, right? It says, we were so inspired watching players setting up and running their own tournaments. We want to do more to support organizing events and playing prearranged games with friends or rivals. This is the idea for a custom queue came from. We want to get something into your hands as possible, but also give you flexibility to create anything from a 4v4 prearranged match to a 48 solo queue fight night. We're looking forward to see more great games and tournaments being played and streamed, right? So I'm guessing the only way you could do custom queues is with 8 players to begin with, because me and Two Beards tried to do a custom queue. I've had them in my party. We started a custom queue and went nowhere. I started a custom queue. I gave him the code, and it went nowhere, right? We never got to the point where we were able to get to that lobby to take a look at it and see what we can do. Because I was kind of hoping like you could do like 1v1 tournaments, different things like that. And from this, it makes it sound like you can. But I'm guessing you have to have a minimum of 8 people to even start or even look at it. What's your thoughts, Two Beards?
I think you're on to something, because I was thinking about that myself. It's like it's probably you got to make sure they have a set amount of numbers of people before you can even like queue up something like that. And then when you think about it, if so many people were allowed to make just one-on-one person queues, that probably would put a lot extra stress on the network and stuff that didn't need to be there. So
okay,
I mean, that's more of your playground than mine, but that's just me making an assumption.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a fair assumption. Like, I don't know if custom queues actually goes into a server or if it's PvP, right? That would go more into that. I'm not sure, but one of the things that I found that was very interesting, and one of the things I questioned was, it says custom queue ignores matchmaking skill. So Bleeding Edge does have an MMR system. So based on how much you play, probably wins, losses, there is a numeric system to say what your ranking is within the community, right? What level and who you should be playing with. So there is a matchmaking and MMR system. They need to give us a ranked mode finally. I mean, I'm guessing that what they're saying is basically that there is no ranked mode. Custom queues will build you or rank you with people of the same rank, but as we said, we played against teams that are, one, severely underranked compared to us, or severely higher ranked compared to us. It's very rare we ever get those matches where it seems fair, right? Where there's a good back and forth. They're very few and far between. Anything else you want to go into with custom queue before we move on to the last thing, Two Beards?
Oh, nothing about custom queue.
Okay. Last thing I wanted to really touch upon is the map mods. I think that was very interesting. We were talking about maybe a mode similar to what we said League of Legends, Legends of Runeterra, where we had the Aram and the labs where you get weird, strange, prerequisites and different modes, and they kind of did it with these little mods that pop up. What do you think about the map mods?
I love them.
Yeah.
It's like the craziness of certain things that can change a map. The type of PVE that I was asking for. So it's like the whole cages popping up around the objective is awesome. The having all 3 objectives open constantly is awesome. Like having a free for all like that really changed up the dynamics of the game. One of them that actually surprised me though was the VIP, because it's like, as much as people love hunting down kills in this game, like hardly anybody went after the VIP when that one popped up.
Gotcha.
Even with the VIP being worth 3 extra points, I was waiting for like, okay, we're gonna have to protect this person because people are basically gonna keep going after that to get the easy 3 points. No, they didn't. And I was like, that's weird. But yeah, I enjoyed all of them.
Awesome. And the last thing I'll say is too also that the map transitions look good. It's a nice touch. It actually gives a different feel, even though the map is the same. Still gives a different feel aesthetically, visually, just looking at it, which is really cool. I know they added a lot of new skins and they added a lot of like new emotes, but unfortunately I haven't had a chance yet to touch or even look at a lot of those. And when I do look at them, when I did try to look at a lot of them, I couldn't even remember which ones were new and which ones weren't, unless it was specifically for a character that, I main or I play all the time. So, anything else you want to add, sir, before we wrap it up and go into final thoughts?
Oh, no, nothing else.
Okay. Last thing I want to say before final thoughts is that map 665 is an amazing map. Keep it coming. Where the objectives is, the beam going in the middle. It's a beautiful map. I love it. It's probably my second favorite map right now.
That map is nice. I also did enjoy. I haven't gotten to play any map at nighttime yet, but I really did enjoy seeing the evening lighting on some of the maps that we have been playing so far. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So now I just can't wait to see some of the maps at nighttime.
Awesome. So we got a lot. This is probably the biggest and the best update that we got from Bleeding Edge so far from the Ninja Theory team. So going forward, what else would you like to see in this game, sir?
I want them to just keep doing what they're doing. They're like they're giving they've given a new character, so just new more characters, more maps, more modes, like more out of the box. This is one of the things I like a lot, is that the way that they did the PvE. It's really the way that they decided to do it with the map mob thing. It's I like how creative they decided to touch upon it. Yeah, like I don't even, like, they're covering my bases, so I'm fine.
Oh, that's good to hear. I think they did pretty good, right? I still want a ranked mode. I think leaderboards is good, but leaderboards is just for those who want to put in a lot of time and see the accolades of it. But I want to see where, if I'm the kind of person who only plays like on the weekends and then maybe one night, right? So I'm not going to be playing it every day. But I want to be able to climb rankings, right? I want to be able to go from bronze to whatever masters, whatever the highest level is, to say, yeah, I'm of that skill level. I'm of that cap. That's where I want to go. Leaderboards is a nice touch. I think it's beautiful. It works well. But I just want to be able to look at myself and say, yeah, I'm a gold rank, I'm a silver rank, I'm a platinum rank, I'm a diamond rank, I'm this rank. So ranking is probably the next biggest thing I would like to see out of Bleeding Edge. And to piggyback off of what you said, yeah, just give us keep it coming, right? You're giving us more modes, you're giving us more characters, you're modifying different things. I think the game is in a very, very healthy state, right? All the characters feel good. You finally nerf Miko a little bit, right? Kick down her heel. So she's a little bit more easier to deal with, right? She's not super ninja hard, goddess. I'm still pissed that every time I want to do peekaboo, or toil and trouble rather, you know, she has her one basic ability stops me. But you know, it is what it is, right? I gotta be smart when I play those abilities and play that character when she's on the field. But aside from that, I think they did a pretty good job. Once again, bravo, hats off to you guys and gals, you know, who behind Ninja Theory, who've worked on this. Hard work is definitely paying off. I understand we're in a COVID world where, you know, things come out slower, but you know what? You're doing excellent. Keep it coming.
All right.
So we're gonna wrap this up, sir. Any last words before we wrap it up?
No, you covered it perfectly.
All right, wrap it up, B. As Chappelle used to say, wrap it up. All right, folks. This is the end of Misfits episode number 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, folks, to like and hit that sub button. It helps out a lot. If you don't like it, definitely hit the thumbs up. But most of all, comment below. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to do. For all those I heard in comments, do we play with fans? Yes, we do. Every Wednesday night on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/ARNGM. Come in and play. Bleeding Edge, it's usually our Bleeding Edge day when we do play Bleeding Edge. So until then, folks, remember, stay safe, keep gaming. Peace out.
Peace.